Hi, and welcome to the battery shop. The 12-volt battery on this 2008 Chevrolet Suburban is located here under the hood, but as you can see, there's a lot of things in the way that are going to have to be moved before we can replace the battery in this vehicle. So before we begin, we always like to recommend that you check with the vehicle manufacturer's step-by-step instructions. Be sure that you're familiar with the project, you have everything you need, you don't forget anything, and you can safely and efficiently replace the battery in a vehicle like this. Let's get started. We are using a memory saver to keep the vehicle's computer's memories alive as we replace this battery. The first step in replacing the battery in this vehicle is to loosen the fastener for the negative battery cable, and you'll need your 10mm wrench for that. And then remove the negative battery cable from the negative battery terminal. Next, loosen and remove the fasteners for the fender brace. And you'll need your 13mm wrench for that. And remove the fender brace. Next, lift the positive battery terminal's protective plastic cover, and using your 10mm wrench, loosen the nut for the positive battery cable. Next, using a screwdriver, release the latches on the black plastic cover. And remove the plastic cover. Now, using your 14mm wrench, loosen the nut for the other end of the positive battery cable and remove it. Now we can remove the positive battery cable from the positive battery terminal. Next, using a screwdriver, release the latch on one side of the cable connector tray, and then with your fingers, loosen the other latch and move the cable connector tray away from the top of the battery. Now, using a 13mm wrench, loosen the fastener for the battery hold-down plate. And remove the battery hold-down plate. Some vehicles may require loosening and moving the coolant reservoir. First, remove the air cleaner housing. The air filter. And the air cleaner housing. Then remove the fasteners for the coolant reservoir. And move the coolant reservoir. And now we can remove the old battery and install the replacement battery. And reposition the coolant reservoir if it was moved. And the air cleaner housing, and the air filter, and cover. Now we can replace the battery's hold-down plate. and retighten the fastener. Next, reinstall the battery cable tray onto the top of the battery. And now we can reinstall the positive battery cable onto the positive battery terminal. But don't pound these terminals on, as this can cause internal battery damage. And retighten the fasteners. And tighten the nut for the positive battery cable to 44 inch-pounds. Now we can reinstall the cable tray cover. The next step is to reinstall the fender brace. And retighten the fastener to 80 inch-pounds. Now we can reinstall the negative battery cable onto the negative battery terminal and tighten the fastener to 44 inch-pounds. And we're done.